Good evening. When Joe said the pages of page poetry, I'm pretty sure that's my tagline, so I apologise in advance. This first song, sorry, I used to be in a band. This first poem is called The Sands of Time. The annual ticking is coming again. At present it's weak and faded, a minute whisper in a roaring tornado, the cacophony of a busy life drowning away the muffled reminder. Almost below my conscious though, I cushion it out with jokes and tales and shows on Friday nights. And then, as life demands less and less, with the madding crowd of friends thinning to a quiet huddle, and the shows stop and the jokes cease, and my tales run dry and sour, the tick shall creep ever closer, and the fog of ignorance begins to split. Through such mist his blurred form appears, spectre and cloaked, drifting closer. Then, as the calm draws in and the volume falls, the ticking will become all I hear, louder than my heartbeat and far scarier. Medicine plays out over the rising temporal metronome, doing what it can to sweeten the sound. But all it does is fall in rhythm and play along, till the last note rings out in quiet resignation, for death to make his amorous appearance. As the clock stills, he takes my hand and leads me forth, smiling, into silence. Thank you. Sorry, I should find the next one. This next one is one of my, well, I call it my best. It's the first good one I wrote. It's called Our Lost Elysium. Lucky were we in summers past, to lie in fields of sweeping grass and feel time brush our cheeks. He rushed us past on soughing wind. We waited for life to begin with grief not ours to seek. In shades of trees and boughs of oaks, our youth played out in loving strokes, while crows were thronged above. Besides the stream and by the brook, we forestalled death, lay down his book, and only saw the doves. From under sunsets scarlet-hued, in fallow meadows stained with dew, we looked to east instead. As foxes crowded to our scent, we wondered what the wolf's howl meant, but listened not for dread. Between the sheep and lounging cows, we wandered with no heed for ours. The threat of life seemed moot. As autumn came and singed the leaves, and hedges withered in their sheaves, our holly tree bore fruit. The world we had of dales and glades, of open countries unafraid, would seem to always be. But as the snow came drifting in, presumptive cold, the lovers' sin, the crickets turned to flee. Now blankets cold snubbed out our flame, but too obsessed to mark the shame, we may as well be dumb. If only we had had a sign or heard a warning come in time, we would not feel so numb. But time now gripped us by the throat. The watchman grief had come to gloat with crows behind his threats. The doves had all lain down and died. The east now blazed across the sky, and wolves collect their debts. The argument is laid to rest. Our trees succumb to winter's test, and now the glades are gone. There's silence where once music played. We loudly mourn mistakes we made, but still the wind drives on. Thank you. Thank you very much. This next one is one I wrote really recently. It's on a forum I frequent. There's NaPoWriMo for poetry this month, and this was a form, I can't exactly remember what it was, but this is called Romantics Liked and Love to Boldly Claim. Romantics liked and loved to boldly claim they'd dance on Saturn's dusty rings, the air caressing them and burning not with flame. Philosophers in ancient days would stare at distant pleasures, starry, often faint, imagining the gods were watching there. And on the day Van Gogh sat down to paint, would he have looked to the ungodly sky, despairing at the orange haze-like tint? Nostalgia softly grips on quiet nights. I like to stare beyond the rocking trees and wonder what is hid behind the lights that plague my heaven, rendering me blind. Thank you. This is an attempt at a sonnet, so hopefully it's not too lovey-dovey. Funnily enough, the title is The Love Song of an Aging Man, so kind of failed at that, haven't I? As slowly age had had its way with me, my face it creased, or eyelids sagged beneath the weight of decades spent in aimless vice. A costly love, I gladly paid the price. While ardently I suffered, you remained untouched by the destructive falling grains in our glasses. Glassy, white and black, vacant, unending stares watch my lips slack. Imperfect, time has wrecked the common bones encased within my loosened flesh. Alone, succumbing to the blowing winds from hell, though heaven kept you safe and kept you well. The nights still yield at times regretful tears. We never shared our quiet twilight years. Thank you very much.